Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You know that moment when your child comes home and she's really excited or he wants to show you something and you're nodding, but you're on your phone, half listening. Maybe you're in the kitchen, you're cooking, um, mentally running through like your evening plans, and then they tell you, Mom, you never listen to me. Yeah, and that one really stings, right? Because we are listening, sort of. And the funny thing is that when we expect them to listen, they do the same thing to us. So, this is why we're talking about this today, active listening, and how this is so, so important. Okay, because we teach them by example. So when they know we are truly listening to them, full body, mind, and soul, they feel heard, they feel connected, they feel seen, and they really feel loved. Okay, and that's how we really build deeper connections with our family, right? So that's where active listening comes in, and it's just not hearing the words. There's a difference between listening and active listening. Okay, so let's go into this and understand what's the difference and if we're doing it right, or what can we be doing in order to build better connection with our kids. Okay, and how this is the most one of the most powerful tools we can learn as a parent to raise calm, connected, emotionally resilient kids. So let's dive into this. If you're new here, my name is Tasneem. I'm a parenting coach, and we are in day 20 to reset to calm. For a busy mom, if you are someone who is just finding that disconnect between your kids and there's lots of screaming and yelling at them, and you want that, find that peace and calm again in your lives and that joy of parenting again, you've come to the right place. All right, let's dive in. So, what is active listening? It's a skill, a practice, and a gift, right? So it's when we give someone our full, undivided attention, mentally, physically, and emotionally too. Okay? So psychologist Carl Rogers, he said, when someone really hears you without passing judgment, it feels good, right? It feels safe. That's why I love journaling, because there's no interruption. We'll talk about that in another video. If you haven't checked out the journaling video, I would love to check it out. But this is about really about connection with the human beings, right? Um, and I sometimes I find that it's difficult to communicate and let out my feelings. So journaling is really, really powerful for me. But we need to learn to be able to listen to each other without interruption. Okay, no interruptions, no wanting to fix their problems or solve their problems for them, no jumping in with advice. So, no jumping in with advice, just being present, just letting them know I'm here for you. I really want to listen to you. Keep on going, right? Okay, it's not so easy to do. I know we have to continuously practice this, bite our tongue, keep our mouths, like have a sellotape on our mouths to not say anything. Okay, so let's talk about what's the difference between the listening and the active listening. Let's break it down. Okay, so listening is passive, right? It's background noise. Like we can be listening to a podcast while we're driving, or we can listen to the news while we're driving. We don't have to be actively listening. Like we don't have to be fully immersed in that conversation, right? So, but active listening is intentional. It's eye contact. It's leaning in with your body. Um, and it's saying with your body that you matter. I'm here for you. I want to listen. I want to understand what's going on. So, okay, imagine your child comes home from school and he just says, Oh, I hate school, or I hate my friends, or I hate my teacher, whatever it is. Passive listening might be like, Oh, come on, it's not that bad. Or you always say that. But active listening is, Oh, really? Oh, that sounds really terrible. One, tell me what happened about it. Why you feel that way? See the difference? One really shuts down the conversation and they feel like, okay, mom doesn't understand. She doesn't want to know my problems. And the other question is it opens up a conversation and they want to share what happened because you've questioned why they feel that way. Okay? So, how does active listening cultivate the calm? And that's what we're here for, right? How to bring that calm and joy back into the relationship. So, when our kids feel heard and they feel that we're listening to them with full body, mind, heart, and soul, their nervous system relaxes. Okay. Um, in the Whole Brain Child book by Dr. Daniel Siegel, he says, when we attune to our child's inner world, we help them feel safe. And safety is the foundation for emotional regulation, right? So if they don't feel safe talking to us about their problems, their issues, we don't create that safety for them, right? And that's where the disconnect happens. So when they feel that no one cares, no one wants to listen to them, no one understands me, they shut down. Okay? They stop opening up to us. I'm sure you've experienced this. I've had this experience so many times, especially with my kids growing up and they're becoming teenagers. They will say, "Oh, mom, you don't understand." And that's it. That's the end of the conversation. Because I have, we want to step in and we want to interject our feelings, our emotions, what we think, and give our advice. So, this is for active listening, trying to be quiet and listen to them first. It allows them to open up, process their feelings, allows a safe place for them to express themselves without feeling judged. Okay? And that's what we're here for as parents, right? So when my daughter is melting down over a squabble with her friends, all I want to do is step in and give her advice and tell her it's going to be okay and try to do this, say this, etc. But I try to hold back. It's practice, right? So I have to try to stay quiet, hold back, and just listen. Just let her vent. And, after she's finished, you can just say, like, you really feel bad about that, huh? Why do you think she did that? Or why do you think you feel that way? So you're not just validating their feelings, you're helping their brain shift from chaos to calm. So instead of saying something like how was your day at school today? That's a really dead-ended question, right? All you're going to get is fine. Tell me if that is you. If you ask a question, how was your day at school today? And you're just going to get it was fine. And that's end of conversation. So try asking open-ended questions so you start a conversation, right? Now let's talk about why this builds more peace and joy. When you learn to actively listen, this builds a lot of trust between the two of you. Okay? It tells your child you don't have to be perfect to be loved. You can make mistakes and you will still be loved. You can be messy, mad, confused, and I'll still be here for you. Okay? So listening is loving. It's the most generous thing you can do for each other. I want you to try this with your family members as well. And when they tell you, oh, you don't understand, there's something about the listening skills that we want to practice. When we just listen, nod our heads, even if we don't agree, by listening to them, they feel understood. Okay? It is so powerful. Right? So we also model empathy by listening. So we teach our kids how to listen to us. If we're actively listening to them, we teach them how to listen to us, right? To their friends and even to themselves. We create a home where emotions aren't scary and they don't need to be shut out. They're welcome. Okay, they're allowed and they have a safe place to be angry, to be frustrated, to express their emotions. So, how to practice active listening, right? So, full attention. That's the first thing I'd say. When they come to you, you're in the middle of something, just stop. If you're in the kitchen, try to just turn off the stove or tell them, okay, 2 minutes and I'm going to be with you. Okay. Get out of the kitchen or put everything down and have your full body attention. Okay. If you're on your phone, put your phone down, turn your body towards your child. Even if you have your phone in your hand, that's still not active listening because you're signaling, oh, this phone is, with me and this is more important. And this is kind of side conversation that you're having. Okay. So completely putting the phone down, turning your body towards your child, making eye contact, and having that gentle tone. Okay, even if it's just 2 minutes of full presence, is better than 20 minutes, I promise you. Okay, it's better than them having a conversation with you while you're on your phone and you're just nodding your head. That's just listening, not active listening. Okay, then you want to reflect back. Repeat what they said in your own words. Okay, you're upset because your friend didn't play with you today. This shows you're tracking their emotions, not just their words. Okay? Then validate their feelings. You're allowed to feel sad. Tell them it's okay to be upset. So, validation doesn't mean agreement, it just means that you're acknowledging their feelings. Okay? And then pause before responding. As I said, you want them to express themselves first, then you are able to respond better. Okay, don't just jump in with your advice and telling them I know better. Okay, so let the silence do the work. Sometimes you just need space to finish their thoughts. Resist the urge to fix or to teach them right away. Okay, use gentle curiosity instead of why did you do that. Ask them what was going on for you when that happened. Okay, so it invites reflection, not defensiveness. Okay, so um, one example I can give you if you want to practice, I do this with my kids sometimes when they're having an argument. I have like a mic pass system. Okay, when you're having an argument, everyone wants to talk and they want to put in their piece first, right, or their argument first. So get a pen, a simple pen or something, and have them hold it and say, whoever has the pen in the hand is able to speak. And when they're finished with their thought, then they hand it over to the next person who wants to speak and they're able to talk. So whoever has the pen or the mic is allowed to talk. No one else can interject. Try that. It's fun and it kind of disciplines them and teaches them to express themselves better without having anyone interrupt. Okay, especially the younger ones. Sometimes they're their conversation kind of gets overrun. Okay, so we are humans. Okay, we will interrupt them. We will snap. We will forget to do active listening. It's okay, right? It's not about perfection. It's just about repair. Okay, just you can tell them, you know what, I wasn't really listening to you. Can you repeat that? Or can we try again? So that teaches humility to the kids as well. And that models growth, that you're learning, you're growing. Okay. So connection doesn't come from getting it right, it comes from being real. So make active listening a part of your life. You have to practice this. I practice this. I try to practice this every day. It takes real effort, okay? But it really helps build better connections. Okay? Try today. One moment, one pause, one deep breath. Just listen before speaking. Because that space brings the peace and calm and joy again in your relationship. And it's really, really powerful. If you're looking to learn a little bit more about how to get your kids to listen to you better, how to build that better connection, my parenting workshop is in the Master Your Calm bundle. I really encourage you to watch that. I did a whole live workshop with moms, and it was really, really effective for them. Inshallah, it will be for you. In the bundle, there is Master Your Calm Guide, which is journaling prompts to get you to understand where those triggers are coming from. Why are you getting upset? What are your emotions first in order to understand your kids better? And then there's a toolkit in there that will help you when things feel out of control. what can you do? Okay. Um, Fun tools. Check it out. I'm going to leave the link in the description below. If you're not connected with me on Instagram, DM me and connect with me there. Tasneem K. Safi. All right. Inshallah, I'll see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.